And now, live from the Neverland Theatre, your host, Gary Starr.
Stage 2. Screen.
Hello, a very good evening and welcome to StageToStream.tv, live from the Neverland Theatre on this Thursday night. Yes, it's good to see you. Hope you've had a wonderful day and didn't miss us too much. We're back now for another fun-packed show. Something new, something old, something borrowed, something blue this evening. I don't even know what that means, but it's happening and it's live tonight from the Neverland Theatre. We're excited. How are you? Good. Are you making tea? Are you sat down relaxing? Whatever you're doing, before we start, what we need you to do is share the stream with your friends. Yes, let them know you're watching and invite them to join us too. And of course, make sure you drop us some little signs in the stream. You know, like a love heart. You know, if you like me, or or a thumbs up, or anything like that. Just get involved. We'll talk more about that with Right Hand Ruth in a little while. But first of all, let's find out what's on tonight on Stage to Stream. Live tonight, Greg Sellers. Plus, in the hot seat this evening, live chat with Gary Starr and Right Hand Ruthie. Yeah, it's all happening tonight, here on... Yes, it's happening tonight. So fabulous Greg Sellers will be here very shortly indeed. And of course, tonight... Think ahead now, because you get to ask myself and Ruth, who'll be chatting about things a little bit later on, about things we've done, things we're doing, and you can ask us questions. Very exciting indeed. That's all a little bit later on. But right now, we need to go and say hello to her. She's here right now. It's Right Hand Ruthie.
Right hand Ruthie, right hand Ruthie.
Right hand Ruthie.
Hi Moonface, how are you?
Hello.
You all right?
Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm just gonna point out now that I call you Moonface because you call yourself Moonface, and that makes it acceptable.
That makes it okay.
It's not bullying in the workplace.
No.
Good.
Right hand Ruthie, right hand Ruthie.
Right hand Ruthie.
Yeah. Good. How are you?
Well, I've been better.
Why? What's the matter?
You just started the show with a little bit of poetry yourself, Gary.
Did I?
You started rhyming some wedding chant.
What did I do?
You started something borrowed, something blue, and all that for some reason.
That wasn't a rhyme.
Well,
That was just me riffing,
off the cuff.
off the cuff. Yeah.
Well, surprised me in rehearsal.
I see you've just seen the old in the old chat stream that you've stolen the tune from Mighty Boosh.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you've written your own little poem there.
I have. It's a crimp, Gary.
It is a crimp. I'm not getting into a crimp, but you can have a crimp.
Why are you why are you not getting into the crimp?
I'm not in the mood for a crimp, and also my stream's scrolled. I can't be bothered to scroll back. It's too much hassle.
It's like that, is it?
Yeah, but you can.
You see what I've done? I don't know if there's any Mighty Boosh fans out there, but
The Mighty Boosh. Oh, wait, I can do it with this. The Mighty Boosh.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's good.
And you are, of course, the moon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When you are the moon. Hey.
That's true, yeah. Well, anyway, for those of you that haven't seen it, it's a bit of a wacky show. And it's just bizarre, isn't it? But it's quite fun. It's good fun. So if you haven't seen any episodes, watch it. It's quite old now, isn't it, I think?
Yeah, it's coming back, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, they do these things in it called crimps, the two main characters, which is kind of like, it's like a bit of a poetry, bit of song, but it's just weird. Anyway, since my poetry is generally quite bad out there, not my words, the words of all the viewers, I thought the best thing to do is plagiarism, basically. So I've taken an existing tune and existing lyrics and just sort of changed them up a bit to suit myself.
No, it's nice, and it's good that you spent all day doing this.
I did.
Well, let's hear your crimp, Ruth.
Right, now Pepper's out there. Yvette Pepper, hello.
She'll be singing along.
She's already got it in she knows which one it is. She knows it. So feel free, if you're out there and you have watched The Mighty Boosh, feel free to go along. I'm sure you'll understand which one it is as we get started. Are you ready? Hold on to your hats, everyone.
Go on, Ruth.
Okay, I'm really excited about this.
I can tell.
Thursday, Thursday. Ooh, such a good time. Thursday, Thursday. Stage 2 stream time. Thursday, Thursday. Everybody sing along. Sing along. Stage 2 stream. Everybody sing along. Thursday, Thursday. Ooh, such a good time. Thursday, Thursday. Stage 2 stream time. Thursday, Thursday. Not watching is a no. Thursday. Oh, I messed it up. Thursday, Thursday. Ooh, Thursday, Thursday. Ooh, stage to stream. Watch along, follow and share.
It was nice. It was
Thanks.
good. I like that. I'm impressed because I kind of bobbed in a little bit.
Did you start bobbing?
I had a little bob. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. I did a little bob.
Makes you smile, doesn't it?
It did. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's my crimp. I did lose it at the end because it scrolled.
Yeah, that's good. We got lots of people in tonight, haven't we? We've got Tommy Rollison out there,
Yeah.
Which is exciting. Hi, Tommy. Hope you're well. I saw you last night on the Steel podcast. Yeah, it was very good.
Very good.
Enjoyed that greatly. Also, Damien Patton's in the chat tonight. Yvette Pepper, as you said.
Hi, Damien. Just going to ask, a minute ago, you've put a worried face on there. That would have been during my little crimp. Care to explain that? Oh, you just have.
There we go.
Beautiful. Just need that with a James Harrison backing track.
Good bit of promo. Yes.
Yes.
And James, if you're watching, I did get your message. I've got to get back to you, but it's been a crazy day. And that's the Rollisons' fault. But it's been
Always
good.
the Rollisons'
Yeah, it's always the Rollisons' fault. They caused trouble, but it's fine. So we'll get back to you, James, tomorrow. Good. Ruth, if people want to talk to us,
Oh, yeah.
what do they want to do tonight
I
in
keep
Social
forgetting
Media
that.
Corner?
Yeah, I keep forgetting that's the reason why I'm here.
It don't matter, does it? Just tell them.
Well, most of you are already doing it. Hop in the comments. Come and have a chat. Say hi. Give me a wave. You can talk about anything. You can give me a random fact. I don't mind. Tell me a shoe size. Anything's fine. Basically, the reason is because I love you all out there and I would like you to come and communicate with me. Nothing to do with the fact that the more comments I get, the more reach I have. Nothing to do with that.
And you have a mighty reach, and it's to your credit. I'm going to just point out that Tommy Rollison has asked me a question already. Now, we are going to do questions a little bit later on. Very exciting indeed, because we are effectively the second guest this evening. Next week is pretty much all full. I think we've got one space. But tonight we are doing us, aren't we, Ruth?
We are, yes. Because lots of people out there keep asking, who we are, effectively.
Yeah,
Some people
why
know
are you
us.
doing it?
Some people don't know us. So we thought, well, that's as good a time as any.
Yeah, let's talk about myself. Tommy Rollison asked me a question which I asked him last night, which in context is incredibly funny because I asked him, he's a juggler. If you don't know him, you probably don't. But I said, do you prefer juggling clubs, juggling rings, ham sandwiches or balls? And he answered balls. And he's asked me the same question. And I like balls.
Where has that question come to? Because I can't see it.
Where's it come to? I don't know. It's just popped up in my stream. It's on something.
Oh, Tommy, are you watching on the wrong stream?
No, you could be watching anywhere. It's happy to do that. You can do what you want. You can jump on any stream. It all adds up, doesn't it? Somebody somewhere's
Didn't it?
watching.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh, hang on. What am I watching here? Oh, this is your own personal one. Lana out there. Hi, Lana. She said, gotta love a good old crimp. She knows. Anyway.
Yeah, she knows. There you go, see.
That's it.
You did well.
Thanks.
So if they want to contact you on social media, Corner, how do they get involved, Ruth?
Yeah, no, I keep forgetting that bit. So head on to stagestream.tv on Facebook. Like I said, hop into the comments, give me a wave, tell me something fun about you. Get those questions ready as well. We've got Greg Sellers coming up and also me and Gary. So get those questions ready. Also, if you haven't got access to that and you're listening on the old, I don't know, wireless, can they get on? No. Well, you can just use this instead.
A wireless?
Well, I was thinking if...
Like a radio?
Yeah, but it's not, is it? It's, it's just online. So, anyway, you can use this as well. Send me a text or a WhatsApp. And the number, as if by magic, is over here. And it is, Gary?
It is 07510891005.
Very good.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's the number. So send me any questions, messages, just say hi, anything. I don't mind. That's it.
That's pretty much how we adapt that jingle as well. Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. Just with what we've already done. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Perfect. And what an interesting story.
Lots of interesting stuff. Hey, do you know what? I did some more research on the superstitions again.
Ooh, go on then.
I'll keep them a lot shorter this time.
Keep
'cause
them
they were
brief, Ruth.
They were a bit rambly yesterday,
Yeah.
weren't they?
I'll just sit here and have a relax.
So we talked yesterday about the graveyard bouquet. Well, actually, I probably should do the pre-up to this. Oh, I've started rambling already. It's gone horribly wrong. Right, okay, so we were talking about superstitions in theatre. And yesterday...
Yeah, go on.
Yesterday, I did a little bit of research and found some. And there was one called a graveyard bouquet. Now, I'm not going to recap what it is, because if you want to know, and it's a good one, you're going to have to go back and watch yesterday's show.
Good plug. Good
I know,
idea.
Right? Good idea. Anyway, there's a slightly different one about flowers. And it's the thing about giving people flowers before a show. Shouldn't do it. It's bad luck. Because the premise is that if you give someone flowers before the show, saying, you're going to do a good job, you're going to have a great show, and you're going to be amazing, but it might actually do the opposite and make them have bad luck. So you're supposed to give flowers to them afterwards to say well done, rather than you're going to be good. Optimism versus pessimism, I think, that one there. Yeah.
It's good.
Peacock feathers, that's another one. Peacock feathers are considered unlucky and shouldn't be worn on stage because of the eye representing an evil eye.
Right.
And it might, bring in harmful spirits, and
There you go.
bad things can happen. And this one's quite a fun one.
We got another one.
Yeah,
Great.
one more, last one.
Go on.
Last line of a play. Apparently, in rehearsal... Now, I didn't know this at all. Right, Gary, you're not taking this seriously.
No, you're going to love the playback when you watch this later, because you can't see what I'm doing.
Right, now
Fine,
listen.
go on.
I didn't know that in rehearsals you're not supposed to say the last line of the play at all. The idea is that the play is not finished until it has an audience in front of you. So the last line is generally done live.
Yeah, well, that's definitely a tradition that's carried on more in panto.
Well, yeah, with the rhyme at the end, isn't it?
That's
Yeah,
and
yeah.
They don't tell you what it is until last minute, and you see whoever the final actor is panicking because they have to learn a line and remember it.
But I didn't know that.
They never gave that me because I couldn't learn lines.
You were still learning the lines.
I still had a script in hand on the dress rehearsal generally. If you ever hire me for a job, just, I probably won't, but, just know that I am terrible with scripts. But I perform on the night. Terrible. If somebody said that to me, I would sack them.
Very good.
Thanks.
Just going to point out Harry Steadman. Hi, Harry.
Go on.
He said, "Don't fall asleep, Gary." So I'm assuming that's a bit of a tattle as to what
Don't know
might be
what it
happening
means.
over there.
We've got Monty Gutwell out there, who's on the show next week. Hi, Monty.
Yeah.
Looking forward to chatting to you.
That's very exciting.
It is, yeah. That's next week. We've got loads of great guests next week, haven't we? We've got loads sort of lined up next week.
We won't give it away just yet.
No?
No, we'll give it away at the end.
Ooh.
We'll make them wait till the end of the show.
Nice. Good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's almost time for our first guest this evening.
How exciting.
I know, right? Yeah. So we're going to have a bit of a chat with Greg in just a few moments' time. And then, of course, after that, Ruth.
Yes.
What's happening?
After Greg or after the show?
After Greg. It's
After
us.
Greg. Right, yeah, it's us.
We're doing a hot seat.
Hot seat.
Or hot throne, as I'm in. So, that's happening.
Sounds like something else.
What, hot throne?
Yeah, sounds odd.
You're odd. But that's what we're doing. We're doing questions with us afterwards. So you can talk to us tonight, because we're only having one guest tonight and then us. Exciting, right?
That's true. Also, just going to hop in there.
Go on.
Monty's popped on. He's given them a little bit of a...
I just said that.
Oh, did you?
Just
no,
an entire
he's added. He's added
okay,
bits.
go on.
Yeah. So it's like a little that's like a little teaser trailer almost.
I
Isn't
like it.
Teaser trailer, but with words.
I've just caught up with the live stream now. I've just looked over while you were chatting and I see, what he's done. Tell me, Ruth.
So Monty, he's his stage name, the stage act, the Full Monty, which is great, Full Monty, because his name's Monty.
Very
Anyway,
good.
Jester, ... Ninja, ... and ... Well, let's save it for next week. Winky
Yeah,
face.
but also you said the Full Monty, which now makes people think it's a stripper.
Oh.
Which means I'm going to have to get naked.
Please don't.
Okay. All right, it's almost time for Greg Sellers. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Before we do, let's have a quick look. Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for this evening's guest, live here on Stage to Stream, and I'm thinking that because of the 20-second delay, he's not going to be there. But it is Greg Sellers. Or Luke, as he is tonight, because he's from Star Wars. So he's going to be here in just a few moments' time. Ruth, how's it going over there?
Oh, yeah, fine. I've just realised as well, because I didn't understand what you said about being naked.
Okay.
Because I'd said the full Monty.
Exactly.
No, you misunderstand.
Do you see what I did there?
No, but listen. The fool, as in like, the king's fool, a jester.
All right, yeah,
Monty, not full as in...
Okay, I've got you.
The hot chocolate
Right,
song.
listen, I'm not talking to you anymore because Greg Sellers is here right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Greg Sellers! Hello, sir, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm sorry I couldn't get that working then. I was testing the venue out and testing the kind of everything out and making sure I had my piano behind me because I'm a key worker tonight. So
it's fine. We like things on the fly. We like to riff and kind of, it's live. This is what happens. It's good. Yeah.
How are you, Gary?
I'm very good. How are you? Are you well?
Very good, thank you.
Yeah. Where are you right now? You've got a beautiful piano behind you.
As I said, that's why I'm a key worker tonight. That's the idea.
Do you play that piano?
But yeah, I play all the right notes, but not necessarily in the right order.
Well, don't we all? So it's wonderful to see you this evening. Thanks for joining us. We're going to talk about many things this evening. We know you've got an event on tomorrow night, which is very exciting. But tell us a little bit about you, first of all, for the good people out there watching. Tell us about Greg Sellers.
Oh gosh, that's. It sounds like. Oh, where do I start? I'm an actor, entertainer. I started. 3 years at the University of Lincoln, got my BA in drama, then went into the whole sort of semi-pro circuit and did a couple of sort of pantos, farces, bits on the side like that. But my kind of big sort of passion always comes from entertaining. So back in 2017, I donned the blue coats for 2 seasons, and down at Pontins Green, I was a blue coat host. Finished that. Decided to dabble into teaching, did a little bit of other things, and then ended up at Coastfields last year, down your neck of the woods, Gary, down at Mablethorpe, against coordinator. I've kind of, life's been good to me.
It's good. Of course, Coastfields I did for many, many years in my earlier years. I did 12 years at Coastfields, so yeah. I escaped, but I enjoyed my time there immensely, and I still come back every year, so it's all good. Happy days. Yeah. So you obviously you've done holiday park training and that sort of thing, which I always say is amazing training for anybody because it teaches you to deal with any type of audience. How did you find it?
It's kind of like almost a drama school for entertainers. That's how I would kind of describe it.
Yeah.
Because you kind of you walk into it and you think, well, here's an audience. What do I do? You start on the floor. You get to know the guests and everything. And then I remember when I first hosted my first party time back then, and I was in such a kind of excitable demeanor and really, really up for it, really hyper. And I raced through everything, and no one understood a word I said. And I think that's the thing. It was such a learning curve.
Yeah.
Quite a short learning curve, really. But I needed it at that time in my life. I really did. I mean, I started with panto before that. And then that carried me over to Pontins, really.
Yeah, of course. You were, as you say, over at Mablethorpe last year. How was it for you over there? Obviously, with everything going on, was it difficult?
Definitely, like a car that wouldn't go sometimes, I think. But no, really, really fun. We got all the training in last March, and then unfortunately, COVID happened. But the great thing was we were able to get back there for the summer, or for some of the summer.
Yeah.
Performances were outside, but at least we got live entertainment broadcast for guests. So that was at least something. And I mean, I was praying as Boris made announcement after announcement that we'd get Halloween, because for anyone that works at holiday parks, it's such a busy time. And in some ways, it can rival summer, or it can be even busier than that.
Yeah.
So, and we did, and I was so chuffed with, my team at the Grange, me and Owen, we have so many Halloween activities planned, and Layla and the team down at Coastfield, down at Skeggy, they did too. So it was we're really chuffed about that.
Yeah. No, it did turn out all right in the end, didn't it? And then just went to pot over Christmas. But at least you guys got Halloween out of the way, which is a good
And also,
thing.
it's Lucky the Lion's birthday on September, I believe. I'm not quite sure.
Is
I don't think it might be nearly my birthday, actually, because mine's September as well. But so we're celebrating a big thing for Lucky this year as well. A big
Nice.
celebration. So,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, I was there at his birth.
Wow.
True story, actually. Yeah. Yeah.
Were you really?
Yeah. Many years ago. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, how we bring our children up into the world and let them go. Bless them.
And watch them fly.
Yeah, he's doing great. Bless him. He's got a better career than me. So, tell us about what you have going on tomorrow evening, because it's exciting.
Yeah, I'm really chuffed that it's come together tomorrow evening, because basically, I'm gonna go on with a narrative here, so I hope you don't mind.
No, go for it.
Tell me, I can chat for England, I can go around the houses, but I do get to the point, I promise. So back in 2016, 2016, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's Variety was born. So That's Variety was basically a fundraiser grand evening, one evening a year, bringing stars from BGT and from the Variety Circuit. We had Danny Posthill, Mr. Andy Eastwood, great friend of mine, Helen Louise Farrell, Ricky Kay. Lots and lots came from throughout the Variety Circuit and performed in a little base in East Yorkshire, little Howdenshire Hall in East Yorkshire. And I wanted to keep that going, obviously, year after year. It was a fundraiser for Cancer Research UK, and we raised around about £5,000 to £6,000 from the forces doing it. And so the plan was last year to bring that back last November, but of course, the dreaded virus wouldn't let us. So I'm really good friends with Danny and Steph over at Amethyst. I used to compare them down at Pontins, and basically I used to compare people down at Pontins. Then I was like, "Oh, will you appear on the show?" And that was kind of how it went. And thankfully, quite a few said yes. So they said, "Well, let's do something else this year. Let's stream it out, Variety out to the masses, and try it that way." So many entertainers, as you know, Gary, are doing such hard work, such commitment over online performance. And we thought, let's do the same. So last year was the big Variety night in, 12th of June last year. Once again, we raised money for Cancer Research UK, and we also raised money for the NHS, because of course that was a big thing then. And of course still now, the NHS do an absolutely amazing, inspirational job. My mum's a nurse, and I thank and I'm proud of all our key workers and all our NHS workers. So that was basically 6 p.m. till midnight. We'd got together lots and lots of variety artists from all around the UK, performing at home, a few interviews at home. Steve Hewlett did a great interview, Ricky Kay again, with performances from Jan McDowell, from Hackatee Dog. I couldn't believe I was introducing Hackatee Dog. That was wow, childhood dream come true kind of thing.
Yes.
And that went really well last year.
Yeah.
I say it was a one-off performance. We raised about 1,100 from the two combined charities. Then we get to this year. My little tagline is "Keep giggling," and I've tried to keep the masses, if you like. I try and say masses, as many as will watch me, as many as will put up with me, giggling over online and over on Facebook, just with little comedy videos with me and my friends.
Yeah.
But the time came for more variety, and I thought, right, we know lockdown's a little bit longer. What can we do to try and keep this going? I still wanted to raise money, but I really wanted to raise money for a charity that's really close to my heart. And when you think of the beating heart of Variety, the theatres across the country, and how long Variety's been going on for, I always think it's the water rats that it comes back to, really.
Yeah.
And obviously, when they receive any sponsorship money, that goes to so many different children's charities, as well as helping disadvantaged performers.
Yeah.
And I thought that's what we need at the minute. I mean, there's everything on BBC One with the show must go on, and everything with the musical theatre special, things that Michael Ball and so forth, Elaine Page are doing, and it's absolutely brilliant. But I wanted to keep variety at the beating heart and entertainment, as well as musical theatre and theatre, and try and raise some money that way. So that's kind of where it's come from, really. And I kind of thought, rather than last year, because it was one big night, let's try and do a few of these. So let's make them smaller nights. And rather than recorded performances, let's just do it off the cuff like you do. I love improv from the likes of Cancer, and I thought, let's do it again. So,
yeah, absolutely.
There you go.
No, it's good, and Water Rat's a great charity, great cause, especially in these times because entertainment does seem to have become almost forgotten with everything that's going on. So it's great that people are getting out there and sort of bringing it back to the people, as it were, in this new medium. How are you finding it working in this sort of new environment, online and all that?
Gosh, it's hard because you've not got the instant reaction and the audience reaction. But I think it's bringing together a new medium. So you're almost able to do things that you couldn't do on stage, I think, in a way, in some ways. And I mean, having those fresh interviews, having those fresh insights from named faces in the business, I would never be able to do that if I was on stage. So it's a really nice opportunity to to do things like that and kind of to open out to more individuals. Because what I'm hoping is from all this as well, when that variety gets back going, we've got some more acts for that year after year, who are varied and different, really. So,
yeah. No, it's good. It's great, and admirable that people like you are getting out there and doing it. Let's go over to Ruth right now in Social Media Corner. She's there right now. It's going crazy on there tonight, isn't it?
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Ruth.
Hello. Hi.
Have you got questions for us, Ruth?
I've got so many questions. Lots of people's popping in and saying hi to start off with. We've got Tommy J. He's popping in to say hi. Just thought I'd pass that along.
He's appearing tomorrow.
He's got to appear in every show. So
he's he's the online broadcast sort of guest that everyone wants, I think, isn't he?
Yeah. Him and sometimes his dad. Occasionally.
I think his dad go hand in hand with him, really. Yeah.
Who's his dad?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay. Ruth, question for you.
Yeah. From me, yes. Okay. It's coming back to Tommy J. He wants to know your favourite panto.
Oh, good one. Oh, what a good question. Tommy, my favourite panto. Oh, gosh. I feel like I should say one I've been in, really. I mean, in terms of, I'm going to say two answers. For one I've been in, definitely, I would say Dick Whittington, I think, because for me, that is the type of panto that kind of has everything. It kind of, I know all pantos have a lot of elements, but it really does have everything. And for me, performing as Dick Whittington, it was my first pro panto role with the great Tony Piers. God bless him. He's a grand lad, grand chap. And I went straight to comic. And I was really, really chuffed about that. I was really humble and really privileged. And I, again, a bit like Pontins, really, I learned so much so quickly. My idol is Billy Pearce, without a doubt, in the panto world and the entertainment world. I've watched him at the Alhambra every year, I think, since I was about 3. And I used to copy his delivery to my mum and dad. I really did. Every Christmas I'd go on and recite his spots, basically. And so to kind of have that privilege to have the comedy spot was brilliant. But in terms of my favourite panto overall, it's got to be Cinders. It's got to be Cinderella, I think. You can't beat the Ugly Sisters because you've got a villainy, which also has the best comedy potential in there as well. You've got such a great merge of the two, rather than just a baddie like the Wicked Queen in Snow White. They're all brilliant. I can't pick one, but if I really, really had to, it's got to be that. Really
I love panto. I love Cinderella. I love Dick Whittington. Love Aladdin. They're all amazing shows. What about you, Ruth? Do you like Dick?
Do you know what? I don't really know the story of Dick Whittington that well, to be honest. It's not one of my favourite ones, and do you know why? Because obviously we do a lot of touring shows, and we find that sort of different areas sort of favour certain ones. And Dick Whittington is quite popular, sort of London South kind of way, but sort of further up, it's not very popular at all. So I haven't actually had a chance to really go and see a Dick Whittington. To be honest, but yes, I'm not overly. Well, also the story. It's a bit like Jack and the Beanstalk in a way, isn't it? But so I'm failing to actually having seen a full production of one. It wouldn't really be up there on my top ones. I think for me, my favourite one. That's a tricky one. I quite like Aladdin. For me, I like Widow Twankies because she's completely eccentric. And who doesn't love a flying carpet? So.
Yeah. Give us another question, Rufus.
Anyway, this isn't about me. Right, let's have a look. We want to know your favourite role. Obviously, you play a lot of comedy characters. If you had the chance to play any character at all, whether it was villain, dame, lead girl, who knows? Which role would you want to play and why?
With this high voice, yeah, probably lead girl. I mean, I've been compared to Pasquale before with this voice, but oh gosh, I mean, comics where the heart is for me. As I said, I grew up watching so many different comics. If you go back to childhood, it was Doddy for me, Ken Dodd, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Because he was just crazy. He was the master of mirth and the king of all that is. Of all that is jokes, really, and of all that is funny. And you see vaudeville comics, you see music hall comics, you see this sort of that essence as Doddy was of stand-up comics, and you think, I just want to make people laugh. And I think comic, and the thing with comic, I think there's so much more potential for ad-lib in panto rather than villains one thing, panto baddies great. And I'd love to give it a go. Don't get me wrong, I would love to give it a go. But yeah, it's comic all day long.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very good. Okay, we've got a question here from Adam Fielding, who's finally made it onto the correct stream. Hi, Adam.
Hi, Adam.
Every stream's the correct stream, but
It keeps logging onto the wrong one,
yeah,
apparently.
well, they're all good ones. But if you want to get Ruth's attention straight away, stagetostream.tv.
Yeah, that's the way. Anyway, question is,
Go on.
what is the most transferable skill you can implement from your working holiday parks into your real life?
Whoa. Wow. I should have really researched these questions, shouldn't I? Transferable skill from holiday parks. I mean, I suppose it's kind of just sort of customer relations and kind of really sort of the way hospitality and the way you would talk to guests. I mean, my first thought was hosting, but then it's not really real life. I don't go into Tesco's and start announcing what I'm buying.
I do.
Every little helps, though, I suppose. But yeah, I think I'd say sort of the way I am with guests and the way I grew to be with guests, because you don't just get it instantly. There's nerves as soon as you start at a place like that. Again, when I started, I was put together with a group of, at that point, complete strangers, but they became, and I truly mean this, friends for life. So I'd say it's kind of sort of interaction, people skills, should I say, and especially with young people, with children. For anyone that knew me, what I used to do after a while, I didn't just start doing this to start off with. I kind of learned the boundaries of kind of what I was able to do and things first. I would just roll about on the dance floor, pretending to break dance, pretending to do the splits with the kids, and just having an absolute laugh. And that way, I used to kind of get on their wavelength. Different blues did it a different way, but that was my way. So I'd say, yeah, transferable interaction, communicative skills with children. That sounds like a thesaurus.
Very good.
Rufus?
No, it's good. It's one of those things, isn't it, that you find. Well, I've personally found going through holiday parks and things like that. It certainly helps you as an entertainer and as an actor as well. It certainly helps you because you have to think on your feet an awful lot. And
Especially
also,
if you're working with me.
definitely if you're working with you.
Yeah.
But it does help, I think, because it's a totally different type of entertainment as well, and it's a different atmosphere and a different feeling. And I think the two things, when you put them together, and it's very good at boosting up your skill set, particularly for stage and for scripted work as well. I think it helps you with timing and all different kinds of stuff. I think it's very good to have a background in holiday parks for sure.
There was one particular night I'll always remember where the power completely went out. And Ricky Kay was on stage at the time, and me and another friend, Bluco, we just kind of made do with what was left of the evening. But of course, you had to think on your feet. If you had a script, there'd be no, nothing would happen.
Yeah, true. No, it's good. Okay, we want to know your favourite one-liner.
Oh,
Favorite one-liner.
Yeah, that's from Harry Stedman.
Hi,
Just
Harry.
seen it pop up.
Well, I went into a butcher's the other day, folks, and a butcher said to me, "Hey, Greggles, bet you can't reach that meat on the top shelf." I said, "I think you're right. The steaks are too high."
Amazing.
But
Yes.
That's
good.
I like
Thanks,
that.
Ruthie.
Yeah.
Is that it? Have you got more?
Oh,
I've got more.
yeah, of
Where's
course
the-
we've got more.
Okay, well, we'll have
Oh, I
another
thought you
one.
wanted a joke then. Sorry.
No,
Oh,
no,
sorry.
no. But Ruth might have a joke. Have you got a joke, Ruth?
Go on. Go
Well,
on.
not right now.
Well, this is ad
Well,
libbing.
no, I have got. Well, okay, right, okay.
on then.
All right then. Now you're gonna have to answer this, and you have to play along.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, because the people watching can't play along, because that would.
Okay, I'm ready for you.
Right, knock knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Banana.
You can do it.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana. Who?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Orange, you're glad I didn't say banana.
Good. I'm glad I didn't join in with that. It was awful.
Wow.
Any more, Ruth?
No, we'll leave that
Okay.
there then. Leave that there.
Adam Fielding's enjoying himself tonight. I can see. He said, "I was such a child." I don't know why. I don't know what you're saying. Okay, good.
John Reed. Adam's
John
just
Reed.
brought up John Reed.
Oh yeah, well, you should tell that story. 'Cause
Well, I
that's
found
amazing.
that right. I found this highly amusing.
You'll like this one, Greg. Buckle yourself in because we all did. Stand by. Tell it exactly as it was, Ruth, and then let's just get an audience reaction to your great gag. Here we go.
Can't wait for
I
this.
don't know if I can remember it. Okay,
Okay.
what show was it? I did it in. Was it Goldilocks? Wasn't it? I think. So
forgotten.
just changing up some puns and some jokes and things for Goldilocks. I'd hazard to say to make it a bit more current, but this joke isn't.
That was not current. No, but go on.
Right, so effectively, in Goldilocks, there was a little section where Goldilocks' mum, Dame of the circus, had sent her off to the bank to go and pay in the week's take-ins from the circus. And she gave her all the directions and said, straight through the forest, down the path, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then she said, when you get there, say hi to John Reed for me. And Goldilocks says, yes, Mum, of course I will. Is he the bank manager? And Goldilocks' mum says, no, he's the Lone Ranger. You're
Now-
laughing. He's laughing.
Well, no, I think like everybody, we went okay. Bank Loan Arranger,
yeah.
but let's ask the question.
Because
Do you understand John Reed? No,
No,
good.
no,
Neither
right.
did any of us. So, Ruth, please explain your joke now, which you shouldn't have to do with a joke.
So the Lone Ranger. You've heard of the Lone Ranger, Tonto.
Yeah, we've
and,
all done that, and that works
the
great. As
horse.
that works great as a
Right.
gag.
Okay.
You know.
Well, the actor the actor that played the Lone Ranger was called John Reed.
Oh, no,
So-
no, I get it.
He's
Yeah,
the
now-
Lone Arranger.
Now it's hilarious if you explain the gag.
My sides are spitting now. Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Well, I'm
okay.
just saying that's mine. So if that pops up now, Greggles, in any of your shows or anything like that, be having words.
Relatives, I will.
Yeah, he's not going to steal that, Ruth, because that would be horrendous. Anyway, you don't. It's a pleasure as always. Thanks for joining us this evening. It's been good luck with tomorrow as well.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll be tuning in between everything else that's going on. But it's been absolutely wonderful, Ruthie.
And of course, make sure you hop into the comments because I've put on the links for the fundraising page for the Grand Order of the Water Rats
Amazing.
and also the link to where you can see the show as well.
Fabulous.
Thanks so much. At 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock tomorrow
It's
night.
Tommy J, BGT Darren Altman.
Oh yeah, we should actually ask who's on tomorrow because we didn't get round to that.
Yeah, go on.
We were so distracted from Ruth's great gag of John Reed, we actually forgot what we were talking about, which is who's on tomorrow.
I was blown away by it that I completely forgot. Yeah. Oh, chuckle muscles, they really got me going then. Right. Yeah, tomorrow we've got Amethyst, the brilliant Amethyst, the
Amazing.
magic acts themselves. Tommy J, who might have mentioned.
He's been a
He's doing a lovely little interview with us. Linda Newport, really chuffed to be having Linda on board as well. And Britain's Got Talent, Darren Altman. So a real
Amazing.
mix of variety, from comedy to vocals to juggling to so much more.
Yeah, amazing. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure having you this evening. Thank you very much for bringing
you
the
so much.
laughter.
Thank you.
Good luck tomorrow with your show. Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Sellers, come on.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you. Cheers, Derek. Cheers.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back to StageStream.tv, live from the Neverland Theatre here in Skegness. Wonderful chatting there with Greg Sellers. What fun we've had tonight. I've really enjoyed it. Ruth, how are you doing over there?
Great.
Yes, are you ready for this? Because tonight we are in the hot seat.
Hot seats.
Yeah. So if you want to ask us a question tonight, me and Ruth are here to chat. Ruth, you can interview me. I will interview you, and people out there, you can ask questions. How exciting is that?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, good. Nice.
Can I just point out that when we were just chatting with Greg then, he said about transferable skills from working in a holiday park, to personal life, and saying about making announcements, when you go to Tesco's, I did once. It was, I was with Yvette Pepper. If you're out there, Yvette, you'll remember this moment. We just got back off tour and it was incredibly late and we'd nipped to Tesco's. And Yvette found me in the meat aisle, staring at the ham for quite some time, trying to make my decision. And she said, "Are you ready to go?" And I said, "I don't even like ham." Just announced that I didn't like ham and left. That's it. Dead air. Oh, that's awkward. But it's true, I don't like ham. Never have. Don't like it. Which was weird because I was in the meat aisle staring at the ham. Anyway. Just thought I'd mention that because I've written on my pad ham, put it in a cloud.
Good. Well, it's wonderful. What have you given up for Lent, Ruth? Let's ask that question first of all.
Oh, sandwiches.
Good. And more interesting, exciting things like questions like that. Very soon indeed. Yes. No. Well, I don't have a fancy intro, but I do because I paid for all so the main theme intro is my intro. So that's my intro. So yes, we have a fancy intro. Both of us do. Well, she's got her own. She's got Right Hand Ruthie, but mine is that. So JJ is here. He's with us next week. He said ham.
Just
Good.
said ham.
And Kristen Holt has said ham sandwich, which brings us on to,
Always brings us back round to Tommy when you say ham
Brings back to
sandwiches. Now
Tommy,
he gets
doesn't he?
everywhere, doesn't he?
He does, yes.
Get out.
Because he broke his finger carrying a ham sandwich.
Yeah.
And it's to your credit, sir. Yes. So, blah, 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 blah. David Burton said, "How can you work with actors and not like ham?"
I just don't like it.
No.
I never have.
There you go.
Yeah, it's just a bit weird.
Good. Okay, so if you've got questions this evening, who's going in the hot seat first, Ruth?
Oh, I think you should.
I'm going in the hot seat.
Yeah.
This seat is hot.
Yeah. Or we can swap it round. I don't mind.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
I'm in the hot seat.
Okay, well, Gary's in the hot seat. Hi, Lucy. Lucy said, "I'm Lucy. We know you are. Your name has appeared above that statement."
I've gotten to know Lucy too much over the past few days, sorting out dance videos.
Lots of dance videos.
Yeah, it's just too much. Too much contact, too much messaging all day.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Right, let's get down to it, shall we?
Go on. It's all yours, Ruth.
Okay. We haven't got a lot of questions yet because they're still rolling in.
Oh.
So I'm just going to take them as they come.
Go on.
Adam Fielding.
Go.
How did you meet? Spelt MEAT.
Brilliant. Well, me and Ruth. Ruth came to work for me at Coastfields Holiday Park. Yeah, she came and auditioned. It was a terrible audition, but I took her on anyway. What? And that was that. And the rest is history. So, true story, right, Ruth?
No.
What's the story then?
Well, that is the story, but it was a good audition.
Yeah.
I felt good after that, and also it had to have been a good audition.
Well, you would do because you got the job.
Yeah, exactly. So it must have been a good audition.
Because your mum had a bagel sandwich.
And I had a pink comb.
Exactly.
If you don't know what we're talking about, you're going to have to go back a few days and rewatch
Go
the
back
show.
and watch one of the old shows.
Yeah.
Well,
Actually,
go on.
So it was 10 years ago on Tuesday, wasn't it? No,
Yeah.
what day is it today? Thursday. Yeah, 2 days ago.
Whatever it was.
So I've known you for 10 years and 2 days.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Less for murder.
Carry on. Let's ask more questions.
Right. Okay. These are coming in so fast. I keep losing them. Look.
Go for it.
Right. Where are we? Wait. Just don't rush me. Harry Stebbin wants to know why I don't like ham. Just don't like it.
Good answer. Well done,
not a
Ruth.
fan.
Go.
Right. You've opened up a can of ham. Yes, I have. You're right there.
Go on.
I don't know. Oh,
Go on.
Lucy Rose Rollison.
Yeah.
You little thing. Would you rather work with Ruthie or Rollo?
Rollo. Next question.
Wow. Right, go on then. We want three things to justify that answer.
One, his banter is top banter, and I can just kind of roll off him. Two, he's incredibly good looking. And three, well, there is no three because the first two are too great. Next question.
That's fine. I was gone again. Right, what's been your favourite show to write, Gary?
My favourite show to write? That's a question and a half. Well, obviously my horror plays. So probably Dracula, because I went away and it took 5 years in total. It did. 5 years to write Dracula on and off, and then I finally went back to Whitby and rewrote it, and then came back and rewrote it a final time, and it went on. And I'm very happy with my horror stuff. Although I am more known for my children's entertainment, but I do like the darker stuff. So Dracula.
Well, we're going to brush on that in a moment, but I'm just going to hop back a little bit
Everybody's
to your
saying about
answer about Rollo and me, really.
Okay, well.
So Harry Stedman says right-hand Rollo will be on the show next week. So
Well, he won't. That'd be weird.
Lucy Rose Rollison said, "Oh, why don't you marry him?"
Well, maybe I already have, which
And-
makes me your dad.
Oh, and
So, Lucy, get to bed. Tommy, get to bed.
oh dear.
Yeah, that's happened.
And JJ says because he likes ham. He
Yeah.
probably does.
Rollo.
He
get
does
to
like
bed.
ham,
What?
doesn't he? Rollo, yeah, does.
Yeah, he does.
Anyway,
Good.
let's have a little look. I think that's it. That's all we've got.
Great banter and a great segment. I'm glad we did that. The good thing is that tonight we are watching Mischief Theatre.
Yeah, we are. We're doing that later. Oh, hang on. I've got something on the old text, Rooney.
Go on.
Wait, hang on. I've
On
just got to turn it
text?
on. What's going on? Where is it?
Text.
Where is it? I don't know what's happening.
Go on.
I'm really confused. What time is it?
Text.
Where's the message? There it is. Okay. Question. Can you ever have too many costumes? I don't know who it's from.
No, never too many.
I disagree.
Why?
Because our storage facility is rammed to the brim.
Which is a good thing. Yeah. So yeah. Ruth,
Yeah.
tell us about you.
It's
How
not my
did you
turn.
get- Well,
It's
it
not
is.
My, no,
Well, we're going to
no.
jump across because I can't be here for too long. Let's jump
Well,
to
I
you.
wanted to hear more about your horror plays.
Well, we can do that another night because we're going to do a night of horror. We'll do a night of Gary and horror, and I'll talk through the process, and we'll do that as a show.
Okay.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you get into the business?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked, Gary. Thanks for having me on the show. So for those of you that don't know me, my name's Right Hand Ruthie, and I got into the business when I was really little, actually. So my mum took me to dance classes when I was 3. You know, I think it backfired a little bit, actually, because my brother was a little bit older than me, a couple of years. Well, I've got 3 brothers, but immediately the one I've started rambling again, haven't I? He was a couple of years older than me. And when I came along, Mum didn't really get a lot of time to spend with him because obviously, you know, he was started school, but I wasn't at school. So she spent a lot of time with me and she's like, oh, what am I going to do? So she booted me off to dance lessons, you know, for like an hour a week. She could spend time with my brother. And, well, it sort of backfired really because, you know, sort of 18 years later, I'm still dancing, and then it turned into a bit of a career. So yeah, started life as a dancer and then went to college, did the usual, got some qualifications, had fun, and then went for my first audition, actually. Where was it? It was at Sadler's Wells Theatre was my first audition, and it was for Disneyland Paris. I was still at college at the time, and my college were doing you know, sometimes how they have like, I think it was a Mardi Gras event, so they invite lots of different groups of and troupes and dance acts and all different types of things, and they all go along and they all do like this big sort of variety night. My college was involved in one of those, and in the daytime they were auditioning for in the same building for Disneyland Paris for dancers. And my tutor had said anyone that is 18 or over can go and audition. Those of you that are under 18, obviously not allowed to. Now, unfortunately, I was under 18 and I was devastated. So my mum, she got on the old computer and she sent my CV off to the agency that was holding the auditions on behalf of Disneyland Paris and said, could you come along anyway? And they went, yeah, it's fine. So anyway, went along, got the job. How much fun. But unfortunately, on the same day, I missed my dress rehearsal because I was too busy auditioning in the other room, missed my dress rehearsal for the show that night for my college. And if any of you out there have been on the stage there at Sadler's Wells, at the front where they have lots of different wings, it's a huge stage, it's massive, lots of different wings. But at the front, they're not wings, they're just sort of cavities. Now, I didn't know this, and the piece that we were doing was like a traffic-based thing. We were going back and forth, and it was very runny and contemporary and exciting. So basically, Carrie, what are you doing? You're rattling around. Listen, the show we were doing, it was very like trafficky. So we were running on and running off and running on, doing leaps, running off, blah, blah, blah. And one of my exits, so I came on from upstage right, all the way down, did this thing, ran off, front stage left. Nobody told me there was no exit in that wing. It was just a front cavity. So I got stuck. Now, the problem with this is my next entrance, I had to run out of that wing and down upstage towards the back to come back on to do the same thing. But I couldn't get out. So what I ended up doing was sort of just coming back on stage and sort of shuffling towards the back. Yeah, it's a bit awkward, really. So that's how I got started in it. And then I did, first contract was in Disney Paris. But I had to wait till I was 18. So when my 18th birthday came and I was sat there by the phone waiting for it to ring, and they didn't, I was a little bit annoyed. So I rang them a week later and they're like, oh, yeah, no, it's fine. I've got a space for you, come on out. So I did.
Nice.
Good job. Loved that one.
Yeah. Heather Marie Porter has said Colin Robinson.
Oh.
Explain that.
Colin Robinson.
Yeah. Apparently you've become it.
Apparently I've become Colin Robinson. So there's a particular show called What We Do in the Shadows. What They Do in the Shadows? What We Do in the Shadows. What We Do in the Shadows. And it's a comedy show about vampires. One particularly, they all have like different, abilities and whatnot. And one particular one, he bores people to death. He sucks the life out of people by talking.
I'd see what she's doing there then.
By talking.
I'll see where she went with that.
Thanks, Colin. Thanks, Heather. That's
Colin Robinson.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice, Ruth. That's a good story. Well, and an interesting
Now,
story.
I ramble. I go on a lot. So basically, I was on this massive stage, world famous stage, and I just ran off the wrong way, got stuck, and then had to sort of shimmy towards the back. Got in a bit of trouble for that as well. But, what are you going to do?
But the good thing is you ended up here, and look at you now. Living the high life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. David Burton, what does he say? He says, does Gary recall while touring the Jungle Book, returning to the hotel after a day to find what two of... Yeah, okay.
Right, let's read this properly. What does it say? Does Gary recall while touring the Jungle Book, returning to the hotel after a day off to find two of his cast members in bed together?
So here's the thing, right? The first time I met David, he was in a hotel room and I was sharing with him. So I was driving out. I think it was when we were doing one of the swaps. You remember the swaps that we did?
Oh, the swaps. That was a crazy tour.
We drove through the night and you did a show and I did a show. You remember that?
Yeah, we didn't sleep for about 2 weeks, did we?
So, this was my first time, I think, meeting David. And I drove over and I messaged him and said, I'll be there about 11 o'clock at night or whatever it was. And he said, no problem at all. I'm in 28, and that was that. And then when I got there, David, for comedy, had arranged that one of the girls was in his bed. And of course, did the whole awkward thing of, hello, you probably didn't expect me to tell this story on... It's fine. So he said, hello. Oh, this is a bit awkward. Oh, can you come back? And I went, no, David. So I walked in and saw the girl in his bed for comedy, and me being me sat down and had a drink. went when you finished, let me know. To which they explained it was all a joke and much hilarity was had. So thanks for reminding me of that, David. Probably didn't expect me to tell that story. What do you think, Ruth?
Now who's Colin Robinson?
That was a good story.
Well,
that
was it
was
though?
a good story.
And
But
mine was insightful and gave people a bit of knowledge.
Adam Fielding said, I love a ramble. Adam Fielding, can you confirm, was it me that was rambling or Ruth that was rambling?
Or does he mean just likes going for a walk?
Can you confirm, do you like me rambling, Ruth rambling, or do you like going for a walk?
It could be any of those, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Right. Chris North has asked, I'm assuming this is for you. At what point do you draw the line between horror and family entertainment? With appropriate warnings, are most things acceptable?
Oh, wait, is this a serious question?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
What was it again?
At what point do you draw the line between horror and family entertainment? With appropriate warnings, are most things acceptable?
So here's the thing with the I can't believe we're getting serious. We've been messing around for
We'll
the
go
past
back and
20
forth.
minutes. No, that's
There'll be
fine.
peaks and troughs.
Okay, so for me, the line is very much it's very much separated. So my horror plays that I write are over 18, and that's it. And then there's no kind of was it for kids? You know, There's no sort of misconception of it, as it were. So yeah, it is misconception. Yeah, that's the word. So it is very kind of like, this is family entertainment. These are pantos or shows or whatever, and this is an over 18 horror play. You know what you're coming to watch, because they are quite. They're quite dark and quite involved and quite definitely for the over 18s. Jack Hancock, hello. A new like there from Jack. Nice to see you. So yeah, that I think kind of separates it enough so that you never get that crossover. And of course, we don't cross promote, so I won't have on the Panto website that. However, on Stage to Stream, we, because it's a theatrical website, of course, we promote the horror plays, but they're in separate sections and the pantos and stuff. So you won't get, you'll know what you're buying or renting, as it were, or watching if you come into a show, which we hope to get back to soon. Ruthie, nice.
Yes. Okay. We have got Beverly Charles has put some questions in. Favourite line or catchphrase from a movie or film or show that you live your life by?
It's on my Facebook, actually. I can't remember the exact quote now because it's quite old. But it's from the film Without a Paddle. Which is it's a comedy movie, but it's got such a very deep quote in it, which is something along the lines of you can make money and make a lot of it, and then maybe lose it, but time you'll never get back. So yeah, that's kind of it. But the actual quote is on the movie, so watch that.
My favourite quote is actually a Walt Disney quote. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them.
You read that? I didn't read mine.
Well, it's because I wanted to get it correct. I don't just want to make it up.
Well, I just made mine up, so you make me look a fool now.
No, do that to yourself. It's awkward. It's awkward. No, I like that one. There's also another one.
David Burton's just said, you forgot to mention the moment my towel dropped to the floor. Oh, I'd blocked that out. So, now I'm going to have flashbacks and horrible dreams. It's like a Pickle Rick.
Oh dear. Gary.
Yes, Ruth.
What is your... It's going to get philosophical now.
The camera was on you then, which is great because your reactions are amazing. Go on.
I want to know, what is your ultimate dream?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Twins, probably. Yeah.
What's your ultimate dream, career dream?
That was off The Office. Yeah. My career dream, I'm living it. It's good. It's kind of whatever we're doing, it's just having fun. We get, seriously or not seriously, we get paid for messing about, and we've managed to get away with that for a long time. So that's kind of what we're doing. My thing when everybody says, how's it going? I always go living the dream, but actually, yeah, probably am, because, just had fun with everything. We laugh at everything. We don't take anything seriously. Nothing at all. There's always laughter to be had at everything, no matter how dark. Even this pandemic, we've laughed mightily.
What? I had a question. I've lost it. Oh, it's gone. Oh no! Where did it go? It's left me. It's
well, Victoria Louise Walker, I would just point out, I've just seen that pop up. Yes, I was manager of a park many years ago, probably, way back, probably 10, 15 years. And she was Maid Marian, and made her do a kiss with a guy she didn't like. Sort of thing we did back then. It's probably bullying now or offensive of some form, but there you go. That was fun.
There you go.
Hello, Victoria. Hope you're well. Ruth, back to you.
So give us a timeline of your career.
The timeline?
Yeah. Where did you start, like job to job?
Well, I started in the 1800s where I was bit by a vampire. And then I spent most of the 1800s and early 1900s feasting on blood. And then obviously had to find a way to blend into society. And eventually, after 100 years of searching, decided that taking on a small theatre and just staying here and doing that would be the way forward, because nobody would ever expect that what they saw was real. Yeah, that's the premise of the play Dracula. You must see it. We're going to film it soon. Did you like that?
Yeah.
Good.
Favourite job?
Can I throw some back at you?
Yeah, go on then.
What's your favourite job?
Whatever.
What's your favourite job?
Disneyland.
Oh,
How could it not be?
well, you've worked for me for longer.
Well, that's very true. But at the same time,
Wow.
you can't not enjoy that job.
Yeah, that's fine, but Disney and the beard. Ringo Bentley, new like. Hello.
Hi, Ringo. He's liking this nonsense.
Yeah, well, it's good. It's good banter, Ruth. It's top banter, as I think we provide every night.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, my favourite job's Disney. But it's one of those things you kind of go, it was like your first job and like the first excitement. 18, living in Paris, it was fun, But no, it was good fun. Hard work, but good fun. I've enjoyed every job I've done. No, that's a lie. There's been plenty I haven't enjoyed.
Yeah,
But you do them anyway. You have to see out a contract. Don't break a contract.
Never break. No, that's a good thing to sort of advice, really, isn't it?
Never break a contract.
Yeah, and always be happy, even if you hate it.
Yeah.
Which you've managed to do for 10 years now.
10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a good actress.
Have you got a piece of advice?
Me? Just, enjoy what you're doing. And take time to appreciate what you're doing at the time. Because when it ain't there, as we've discovered, you realise what you've lost.
That's true. That's true.
It was quite philosophical, wasn't it?
Yeah. Right, let's have a look. Who have we got? We've got Harry Steadman's popped up. What's your most memorable mishap during a show?
Okay. So I was doing a comedy show, because I used to do comedy a long time ago.
You were funny.
Yeah, I was.
Wow.
Back then, yeah, I used to do my own comedy show called It's Bizarre. It was completely surreal. There are videos out on YouTube. You should maybe not Google that. But at the end of one of them, I came out of a box, an illusion box, and did Sweet Transvestite, which was good for a children's holiday park. And then I would run off and then quick change into Superman and come back and fly. And that would be it. And then I would run off and take a bow and then come back and take another bow, and that was it. And then what happened one night was I did the half change from I was in the wings, getting changed from transvestite into Superman. So I half had Superman on, and I bent down to pull the costume up, and there was one of the the things that you push beer barrels around with, one of the trolleys. and it had two metal handles that stuck up. And they didn't have the plastic. It was an old thing. It didn't have the plastic protective covers on. So as I bent down, I whacked my eye into the serrated metal and was bleeding quite profusely, but still went on and took a bow and then went to the hospital. And I was sat in the hospital, half as Superman with a bra on, bleeding from the eye. So these are the things that you have to laugh at in life. Good story, right?
Yeah.
Did you know this story?
I didn't know that story. I thought you were going with the other story that involved that act. When you were on how the finale went and when you went on a ship.
Well, I was going to mention that because, I went, thanks for mentioning that, Ruth. It was the worst show I ever did, the only show I ever did. I mean, they booked me on the fact that they came to a showcase, and what I did was on the first night, I said I'm going to do something nobody's ever done before. So in the showcase, I time travelled, and I was time travelling 3 days into the future. So that was my act. I went into a little TARDIS and disappeared, and then 3 days later, hit a swing singer with a spade, and that was it. And they hired me on that and put me on a ship. And I was on there for, I think it was a 6-day cruise, and I was appearing on the second day. And I went on, and as I was getting on the ship, the guy said, oh, God, you're not one of these prop acts, are you? They don't go down well here. That was a good start. I did my act. It was going very well. And then as I was getting towards the finale, he shut the curtains on me and said, well, at least there's bingo this evening. And I went, oh, that's that then. I was devastated. But then had to spend a further 4 days on the ship with everybody who'd seen my act and been taken off, going, oh, it was all right, mate. It was good. It's a bit weird, but... So, yeah. But I carried on doing that because keep weird. Never got any bookings, but, I was, original, cutting edge.
There you go. Visual comedy.
There you go. Visual comedy. Don't do it on a ship.
Don't do it on a ship.
Yeah. He was called a cruise director, which I discovered was a bingo caller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cruise directors are odd, aren't they?
Yeah. No, he wasn't. He was young. But the good thing is he fell off a ship.
What?
So, yeah, he's dead now.
Seriously?
No, it was a joke.
Oh.
That's why I never got booked anymore.
Yeah, your comedy's not the best. Anyway, moving on. David Burton has a question.
Oh.
It's a serious question.
Go on.
It's insightful and serious. When you're auditioning people for your shows, what is the essential quality you look for in young performers?
Well, it varies really. I think with auditions, you're looking for somebody that can do the part, that fits into the part. So, but also they need to kind of be able to work with other people. So we were talking about this the other night when we did auditions and we got everybody into a group and did that sort of thing. You sort of see who's interested in what's going on and, and how people are interacting with each other. So, when you're sat in a group watching auditions and somebody's on a phone the whole time, they can be amazing, but we won't hire them. What do you think, Ruth? You can answer that.
Well, I'm going to say, I'm going to bring it current. And because obviously nowadays we do a lot of our auditions online, as we've had to.
Yeah.
So videotape submissions and things like that. So I'm going to say preparation for a start. You see some right things when people are auditioning in their own house.
You can't call them things.
What do you mean?
You can't call them things.
No, you see some
They're
things.
people, Ruth.
I'm not talking about the people. I'm saying what's going on in the background and the such
yeah.
like.
Yeah.
So, well, first of all, we've had several auditions do this actually. And if you're listening and you think I'm talking about you, I probably am. Take this as advice, please. We had some auditions where we have tech issues. Now, I personally, I like to. Oh, got fluff going everywhere. I like. When I go for an audition, if someone's given me sides to learn or, a section of script or whatever to learn, I like to know that inside out and back to front because it's easier than standing there with reading it and not...
Me too, yeah.
You know what I mean? I think if somebody walks in and they've obviously had this piece of paper, that you've sent them, the sides, whatever, for X amount of days, whatever. I mean, it's never a huge thing. It's just a section. For me... I like to see that you've taken the time to learn it and think about it and give it your best shot. At the end of the day, you've got one chance. Make the most of it. So make sure you know that content. Now, with the online stuff that we've been doing, of course you can have a little bit of a cheat. You might have it, written around the computer or whatever. But we've had a few with technical issues where they'll come on and you can see them and you can hear them and you have a little chat and you're like, right, okay, which part are you going to audition for? And they say, I'm going to audition for the part of, whatever would Captain Hook say. I say, right, whenever you're ready, take it away. And then the camera goes off and you hear some paper rustling about. And they say it word for word. And so you wait because you don't want to interrupt. You're like, oh, that's very nice, very good. And then after it, you say, oh, that was great. But I think you've accidentally turned your camera off. And oh, have I? And they'll turn it back on. And they say, oh, sorry about that. I must have hit the button. You know that they're reading it and they've not necessarily bothered. So you can normally catch them out by saying, now it's on. Can you do it again for me? And then you see the colour drain from their faces. But for me, that's just a bit lazy. Like, you can have cue cards written up and you know what I mean? As an actor, that's part of your job to look like you want to be there, not just like, oh, I've got an audition, I've not bothered for it. If I get the job, great. That's not the sort of person that I personally look for. I like to look for someone who's prepared, like I say. But also, in addition to that, with the auditions that we've been doing online, don't put your laptop on a washing machine. We went live to this lady. She was a lovely girl and she auditioned quite well, but we couldn't really hear her because the washing machine was on at the time and it went into spin cycle halfway through this monologue. So that was a bit distracting. Very strange.
My favourite one that we had while we're talking about, because, the industry has changed and obviously people are online auditioning now. They're doing Zoom, but also they're pre-recording, which is a wonderful thing. But it gives you an opportunity to make it perfect before you send it. But when you send all your bits, do take out the bit in the middle where you get it wrong and you're doing a sweet, innocent girl and halfway through you start, you get it wrong and you start issuing profanities and such like in a kind of mad, crazy way. And then back into the nicety. Remember to take that out and edit before you send. Key. Absolutely.
Oh, we've had all sorts, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been good.
What else did we have? Again, just check your background with stuff. We've had a few, and you're just not sure. We've had some, and sort of lots of random artifacts and objects in the back, and you kind of looks like
that girl in Wales.
Yeah, like odd stuff. Like just be careful, really. Yeah. But anyway, so I like preparation. And also just people being open and friendly. The best ones we've had, the best auditions that we've ever had, are usually the quickest as well. People will come in, introduce themselves, say, right, I'm going to sing for this bit, or I'm going to read for that bit. They smash it out of the park, and they're like, right, great, thanks, see you later, goodbye. And you're left with this sort of bewilderment of, did that just happen? Right, they've got the job. Sometimes they've been some of the best auditions, just the ones that are sort of in and out, to the point, no messing about. We had some very fun ones once. We did, back in the day when we were allowed to audition in person, we used to do a lot of our auditions in Pineapple Dance Studios. Now all the studios in there are full of mirrors. We can see everything. And some of the downstairs basement studios have big pillars in them that are also mirrored. And we had some. What role was it for? Can you remember?
Tin Man.
Tin Man.
Yeah.
Tin Man.
The role I've played the most. So
Gary's. Yeah.
I actually know the script for it.
Yeah, he doesn't know manuscripts, but he knows this one. And bless this lad. I mean, he did very well. But and you can forgive. Of course, you have to forgive nerves and maybe forgetting a line or whatever. But for me personally, I like if somebody says the wrong thing or. If you're, all right, let's put it this way. If you're in a show, live doing a show, and you blank and you forget your words and you're not sure, what you're supposed to be saying next, you can't just stop. It's not like the director says, cut, retake. That's it. You've got a live audience. You have to carry on.
Make it up.
You have to make it up. So you should generally know the gist of what's going on, but it can happen. I've blanked doing the first time I blanked was as fairy godmother, and it was this huge monologue. I didn't know where I was. Fortunately, there was an underscore that was quite telling, and I knew where to come back in. But sometimes we've all been there.
I
goes wrong.
personally have blanked my entire career.
All of it. It's all gone.
You just make it up.
But you have to make it up. You can't just stop. If you're lucky enough, someone might come in and save you, but that's only if other people are, switched on and are understanding what's happening. But generally, it's your fault. You have to get yourself out of it, make it up as you go along. Anyway, this audition for Tin Man, we had this young lad, and he was very nice. And he goes off to the side. He's got himself in character, and he's in the zone. So we're just waiting, and he's hiding behind this pillar, and it's getting a bit awkward, and it's getting even more awkward. So just said it again. Whenever you're ready. Still nothing. We're waiting there for what felt like an eternity. One more time. Take it away whenever you're ready. And eventually he comes out, and he does the Tin Man walk to the centre of the room and faces us. And he says, "Hi, I'm Tin Man, and I..." Profanities. I said, "It's all right. Do it again. Off you go. We'll just start from the top." He goes away, and he does the same thing again. Takes forever. We're like, "Whenever you're ready," comes back on. Does the same thing. "Hi, I'm Tin Man," and effing and jeffing all over the place. I've forgotten my lines. Not to worry. Take your time. Refresh. Go back and do it again. And we kept doing this. It must have been a good 15, 20 minutes, bless him. Yeah. And I was like, do you want to, I gave him the script as well. If you want to read it, you can just read it. And he got very irritated. That's the word. Irritated. And he was like, no, I've got it. I was like, right, tell you what we'll do.
It wasn't an aero bar, really.
Full of bubbles. It might have been. Maybe that was the problem. Yeah. Anyway, it said, right, pop outside. Take 5. We're here all afternoon anyway. So take 5. Go and grab a... Because you can't just... although you've got a job to do and you've got to find the right people, and you, at that point, that guy's not going to get that job because he's underprepared and he's not obviously been able to think on his feet. But you can't...
Rubbish.
Yeah, but you can't say that to people. You've got to give people... Do you know what I mean? If you've got the time, give them the chance.
I don't do interviews.
You don't do auditions very well.
I don't
anyway,
do anymore.
You've got to give them the chance. You've got to be able to give them tips and help them. Anyway, he came back in and he did all right in the end. But it was just one of those things that, because it was all mirrored all the way around, you could just see everything that was going on, and it was getting stranger and stranger. Yeah. It was odd. So, again, it's just preparation. Again, I'm rambling, aren't I? It's just preparation.
It's another interesting story, and one we'll remember for many a time.
I tell you what was the weirdest audition I ever encountered? This was... Now, bearing in mind... Okay, this will be quick. This will be quick.
Please, because it's like, we've got things to go and watch.
Okay, there's going to be 2, though. There's going to have to be 2.
Well, in 3 minutes, go.
Yeah, okay, right. So the first one is... I've forgotten already. What was it? Brilliant. No, it's left me. Come back to me. Oh, right. So we were auditioning for most of our things that we do is for panto, kids theatre.
Yeah.
And we have people sending in really dark things, like really sinister. This guy was auditioning for the role of Aladdin, believe it or not. And he comes in, and his audition was some creepy monologue, which after every... It was a story about the butcher selling people in the shop, like his son and all sorts. And at the end of each line, it finished with chop, chop, snip, snip, but it was really sinister, like chop, chop, snip, snip. And it got more intense as it was going on. I was thinking, this is a bit odd. So definitely think about the content you're trying to portray.
Content.
Yeah. And don't do the Gruffalo, because it's done to death. Yeah. Don't do the Gruffalo. Anyway, where are we? Scrolling up. Beverly Charles, this is a corker. What's the worst excuse for not turning up to an audition you've had?
Right, well...
wasp face.
Yeah, it's going to be...
it's wasp face.
Yeah, wasp face.
Yeah. Do you want to explain that one?
Well, every year, probably... this is a weird one because... and it's not just us, it's everybody. But you'll probably get maybe 60-70% of people not turn up for an audition.
Which is rude.
It's very rude because it costs a lot of money for us.
And takes an opportunity away from somebody else. Don't do that.
So every year now we just laugh at the excuses that people send on the morning.
Yeah.
So generally flu. I've woke up with flu. Obviously, we've not done it in the past year because you could get away with COVID. But, we've got toothache. That's another one. I've got to go to an emergency dentist. Got to have a tooth out. One person 3 years in a row said that their gran had died. And of course, we keep emails, and we saw that. But the best one was I got stung by a wasp 2 days ago. I woke up this morning, and my face is swollen and my throat is swollen. I have wasp face.
Wasp face.
So I'm going to the hospital instead of coming, but I hope to work for you in the future. Good. That was it. Happy days.
Odd ones.
Yeah,
I
weird
could talk
ones.
about this for hours.
You could, but
was
nobody would listen, Ruth.
Oh, I
because
was going to start ranting
rubbish.
about stagecraft and everything.
Well, we can come back and do that.
Okay.
We're not turning this page into a rant page.
no,
about,
well, no, I didn't mean ranty, but insightful. My observations.
Do you know what? It is insightful and it is interesting.
It's my observations
But it's
of
gone on for
things.
too long.
Yeah, you're right. We
now.
probably should.
Yeah, this is the longest show ever. It's like 1921.
I'm sorry about that, everybody.
Yeah, not good. No, it's good. I've enjoyed tonight. Have you?
I always do.
It just proves we don't need guests.
Well, probably do.
Yeah,
I mean, we've enjoyed ourselves, but it's not about
Yeah,
us.
we need guests. So, which leads us on to, if you want to be a guest
yeah.
this evening, then of course, do join us. I've just seen that Kareem Perfil has joined us and has followed us. Kareem is an incredible, he's just incredible fire act, and he flips.
He's got magic legs.
He's got magic legs.
He has got magic legs.
Yeah. Hello, Kareem. Hope you're well.
Hello.
So, yeah, it's been wonderful, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Good.
it's been good.
Have you enjoyed yourself tonight?
Like I said, I always do.
Good. Me too.
I hope other people do.
Well, it doesn't matter.
I feel sorry for Kareem if he's just turned up and he's like, what's all this nonsense?
Yeah, I think that's what most people do. Oh,
Anyway.
Julia Burnett has followed. Hello, Julia. Hope you're well.
She's lovely.
Yes, we need you back here
She's,
as well.
do you know what? The first time I saw her on stage was here, actually. And you know when you just look at someone and you go, oh, that's good. You know,
Pro.
it just has the air.
pro.
Oh,
Yeah, proper pro.
that.
Yeah, absolute pro.
Very good.
Julia, hope you're well. And yes, we must get you all back here soon. As soon as we are able, we're going to do this, and we're going to, it's going to happen very soon. It's been a pleasure tonight. Ruth, have you got a final thought for this evening? Please make it quick.
Well, it's more of a statement, really.
I've got a turkey to cook.
Bats always turn left out of a cave.
Important information because you could get mauled by a saber-toothed tiger
What?
left out of a cave.
Bats turn left out of a cave.
Oh, I thought you said always turn left out of a cave.
No. Oh, no, I
It
need to
works
clear this
both
up.
ways.
No,
Okay.
bats, when
Okay.
because they sleep in caves a lot, upside down, you know, when they exit the cave, they generally turn left.
Right.
I mean, there would be reasons why they wouldn't turn left, like, you know, a brick wall or whatever. But if there's an option,
Or Batman,
or Batman,
depending where he's standing, they'll fly around him.
there you go.
Yeah.
So anyway, they turn left.
I thought you meant, because like cavemen always turn left out of a cave because of saber-toothed tigers will attack from the right, which is a true fact if you want to check it out, and much more. Ruth, it's been fun this evening. We've got to go because Mischief Theatre is on this evening. If you want to watch that, it is it's £10 to watch a show. It's live streamed. It's very funny indeed. You go and book a ticket. mischieftheatre.co.uk, I think it is. Hello.
Just before we go,
You
we've
don't
got
have to put your hands up, Ruth. It's not a class.
I wasn't sure if you had seen me. But just before we go, we've got to tell everyone who's on tomorrow.
Ah, yes, go for it.
Tomorrow we have, what day is it tomorrow? Friday.
Friday.
We've got the man they call G.
Excellent.
Ooh, versatile vocal impressionist. He's
I'm
going to be
looking forward to that.
hilarious.
It's fun.
And also Vicky Wilde. Now this is an interesting one. She's going to be talking about her project. She's an actor herself, and she'll be talking about a project that's going on in the Lincolnshire area. So anyone that's from around here, for writers, directors, creatives, all sorts of stuff going on. Super excited about those two guests tomorrow. So definitely tune in.
Yeah, I'm excited about it because I'm all for working together and and collaborating and getting stuff done and just for the fun of it, and getting stuff out there. Not fun, but it is fun. But also, just just for actually not for cash rewards all the time, but actually getting out there and doing stuff creative. For the hell of it.
That's why we're here, right?
Right, exactly.
If you get into this industry for the money.
You will be severely disappointed.
Disappointed.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much this evening.
You're welcome. Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Say goodnight, Ruthie.
Good night, Ruthie.
Hope you've enjoyed yourself tonight. From all of us here at stagetostream.tv. I'm trying to find out where the get out is on this. I can't find it. There it is. Hope you've enjoyed yourself this evening. We'll see you tomorrow. 2 incredible guests and more banter, top banter from me and Ruth. From all of us, good night.